I've just heard singing, by the way, as I'm standing here on the bridge, coming from the tunnel that goes under York Avenue. It sounds like Aretha Franklin or someone's in the tunnel, but it can't be her because she's dead. Good evening, and welcome to a little video here. I'm not at my best at the minute, so I've just come down here to what's known as the Dean. I used to come down here years ago. It hasn't changed that much down here, to be honest with you. I mean, there's still this here, this bridge. I'm on a footbridge here. I think the bridge has changed slightly. I think they've put new sides on it, these railings here. And these railings are actually made of wood, but it's very solid indeed. You can hardly, like when you knock on wood, it usually makes like kind of a wooden sound, but this is like so solid you can hardly hear the noise it makes. But as you can probably see, once again, as this is Jarrow and Hebburn type area, it's got vandalism on it. I think everything around here has got vandalism on it, you know, nearly everything. So that's unfortunate. But it's quite nice down here. My hay fever will probably start kicking off any minute, because as you can see here, there's like millions of like nettles and all sorts. That's another bad thing actually, because on the bridge here, there's loads of nettles actually sticking out. I'll just show you. See, look, there's loads of nettles sticking right out here on the bit where you have to walk across the bridge at the entrance to the bridge here. I mean, if you're not paying attention too much, and your hands are swinging about next to you as you're walking, you could easily get your hands stung quite badly here. So I'm surprised the council, actually I don't think the council do this anymore. They get people as to use as slaves to clean up the parks and stuff now, apparently. I think that's how it goes. I don't actually agree with that, but so this has not been cut or trimmed for a while. And so if you want to get stung by nettles, this is the place you want to be, I'll tell you that much. I don't know if it's blackberry and raspberry season yet, but I don't actually see any around here, but I'm thinking this is probably the type of area where you would find some if there was any. But they're probably not out yet, I should imagine. I'm no expert on when raspberries start coming out and stuff. And in case you haven't noticed, the time right now is somewhere around 9:45 in the evening, but it's still light. It should have been a bit lighter. It's just for the simple fact that it's been clouding over for the last few hours, and it's still cloudy now. So if it wasn't cloudy, it would probably be a bit brighter. So it'll probably get dark quite soon, but I don't know how long I'm going to shoot for tonight and what have you, because like I say, it's going to get dark. I have got a light with us in the form of my trusty torch. It's not a regular torch, it's not like one of them ones with a round front, so you just point forwards and it shines a beam. It's got a bigger like area where the light comes out of. I think it's known as like a work light, and it gives off quite a good bit of light for doing videos. So if there's anyone watching and you're stuck for a light to use when you're shooting in the dark, either in the house or outside or wherever, get one of these little work light type torches. They take usually 4 AA batteries. And like I say, they've got this reflective, they've got like a reflector inside, as most torches do, and then they've got a strip of LEDs in the middle of it, and it's like oblong shaped, so it gives off quite a wide beam of light, diffused lighting, you know, as opposed to these zoomable torches, which I've also got on in my pocket here. They give off like a circle. I hate that. So if you point it at yourself, you got this like, you're in a spotlight where you're on the stage, and you're going to start singing like Barcelona or something, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to do any of that tonight, although I just technically sort of did, but do you know what I mean? But not under the spotlight, I'm not going to do that, is what I mean. So there you go. No, I've just heard singing, by the way, as I'm standing here on the bridge, coming from the tunnel that goes under York Avenue. It sounds like Aretha Franklin or someone's in the tunnel, but it can't be her because she's dead, I think. I'll get right close, I'll see if you can hear it. It sounds like X Factor's taking place in that little tunnel under there. I'm almost expecting Simon Cowell to come out, to be honest with you. But at least I think it's coming from the tunnel, I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. We'll find out. One way or the other, maybe. Unless it's a ghost singing, I don't think so, but stranger things have happened. And it's probably a bit darker down here. Apologies for that. Yeah, it seems to be coming from the tunnel. I'm getting closer to the tunnel now, but you will hear a bit more traffic sound now because on the top of the bridge is the road, York Avenue to be precise. I'll keep quiet so you can hear the singing. Right, so I'm now next to the actual tunnel. It goes under York Avenue, as I said, and the singing has stopped, I think. So Simon Cowell's not going to pop out, I don't think, unfortunately. But I was hoping I was going to meet him. I'd ask him for his autograph, you know, but it doesn't look like he's here. I think the person that was singing is actually the living person. It wasn't a ghost yodeling or anything. The scene is, I could just see them sort of peering around the corner and they stopped. So I think I put them off. Oops. Well, I'm in this little patch of grass here. I'm sure witches sometimes come down here and have rituals and stuff. I think, I'm not sure. I might be wrong on that. But it looks like the type of place where they might do some stuff. I'm just joking, of course. But you never know. You never know. We are in Jarrow after all. Strange things happen around here sometimes, you know. So, but it looks like in front of us here, I think these might be either blackberry or raspberry plants. I'm not sure. Like, they look like they might be. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think they might be, but I could be wrong. Some of them anyway. But there's no blackberries or raspberries on there, unfortunately. So, but it mustn't be the time of year for them to come out yet. Maybe a few more weeks or months and they start popping out, I think. Maybe. And as I was recording here, I don't know if you saw, there was a lad just walked past. I think he's meeting the girl that's singing in the tunnel. Some people meeting the strangest of places, I tell you. But anyway, instead of a tunnel in a stream that goes under the road. I don't know, I've never heard of that one before. Everyone does their own thing, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing, I mean, it's a bit wet in there and there's probably a lot of, what do you call it? Sewage and stuff. Rats, maybe? I wouldn't have thought it was the type of place your average local girl would want to go to sing. Although the acoustics are quite good in there, so I can understand maybe why she would head there, but I thought the rats might have put her off, you know? But, I don't know. Maybe she likes rats. I'm not sure. Let's see if the singing starts. I'm going further away from the tunnel again. Let's see if the singing kicks in again. It's only hold this camera higher because the exposure goes dark. I don't know why, because there's no sky behind us. Well, a little bit, but not that much, you know. I'm just wishing it was a bit lighter, you know. I'm disappointed that it got really cloudy at this time. Because it was nice and sunny earlier, you know. Ah, dear. But my hay fever hasn't kicked off full pelt yet. Sometimes it's not as bad in the evening, but sometimes it is. It just depends. Like, as I get out in the house as well, I'm often start rubbing my eyes and itching like I don't know what, you know. Right, so I'm back to the bridge now. I was thinking of going into Valley View Park again, but I don't know whether I fancy going that far at the minute, to be honest with you. I might go up onto York Avenue. Are they talking about me? Let's have a listen. Uh-oh, I think they're coming after us. I don't know what's going on, like. Okay, it's now several days later since, as you last seen us on here, I would have been down by the Dean on the bridge. But at the minute, I must point out I'm being attacked, well, harassed to death by a seagull. I've never had this happen ever before. The seagull has followed me right from my house, and now it's over here somewhere, and it's dive bombing us. You heard it, you can hear it. It's following us. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's certainly after us, basically. And I'm not impressed. I've been shouting at it, I've been yelling at it. It's just been swooping down, just missing us. A couple of feet above my head or so. Maybe 4 feet above my head, something like that. So I'm going to head up to the Moncton Hall. The light isn't very good right now. It's probably going to be dark in like half an hour. But I don't know what's wrong with that stupid seagull. I can't stand those things, to be honest with you. I dislike them even more now. It's definitely still around here. Or is it off now? I hope it's off now. I mean, I'm not joking, you know. It's literally was dive bombing us as soon as I came out the front. It's still hovering over us. This is not even funny, this, like. Yeah, see, I've just been yelling at the goddamn thing. I said, you better stay up there on the roof. But anyway, as I was saying, it's now on the lamppost of the street on Camel Park Road here. As I was saying, as you last saw me here, there was a girl singing in the tunnel, so I went to investigate. And then when I got back to the bridge, I heard them saying, in the distance, I heard them saying, "Where is he? Let's go," or something. So I thought, oh bloody hell, they're coming after us, right? So I was unsure what to do because it's quite secluded down there, you know. And as I've pointed out many times, I have been attacked, nearly murdered once. I've told you this that many times before. So I was in two minds whether to stay there, because our boyfriend was with her. I think that's who it was, I'm not sure. So they were coming after us. So was I going to stay in a secluded spot? I thought my best bet's to head up onto the street, just in case. But they caught up with us, you see. Before I made it to the street, I was just walking up the path on the bank, and they asked us. They says, "Excuse me." I says, "Yeah." He says, "What are you doing back there?" He says, "I'm making a video, a vlog for my YouTube channel." He says, "You're just vlogging?" I says, "Yeah." And so the girl then said that she thought I was hiding behind the bushes. I did hear in the distance he was peeping out from the bushes, but I wasn't even doing that. I was walking along the grass. You know, it was a tunnel. I told her that, and I was just doing the video like I am now, basically. And oh, the lights are coming on. That shows it's getting dark already. It might not look that dark on here, but the lights are on now. Street lights in here. So yeah. Anyway, I'll tell you the rest in a minute. I'm just gonna go around there. So anyway, as I was saying, the guy asked us what my YouTube channel was, so I told him. So I gave him the YouTube channel, and I told him I've been attacked before. So, and I says, "You've got nothing to worry about off me," because she said, "Well, you're a guy and she's a girl, you know." But I don't see what difference that makes necessarily, because men can get attacked just the same as women. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm living proof of that. So anyway, I said I wasn't down there for that reason or anything. I was just making me vlog video here, and he says, "Oh well, sorry, whatever." And I said, "Draw and all this," and so that was that basically. But anyway, back to that seagull situation. I think I've lost the seagull now, thank God for that. But I don't know why he was swooping down, following us all the way down the road and around the corner, right onto Camel Park Road. He followed us right from my house. I'd just literally come out the front door, right? I stepped out the front gate, and then he just flew across, and I said something about, "Oh my God," he gives a fright of my life there. And then I thought that was it, you know, it's just flying over low. But then when I was walking along the path, he swooped down again, and again, and again, and again. So around the corner, he keep doing it. So why would a seagull go on like that? Does anyone know? Because I haven't got any food on us. I'm not carrying fish and chips or anything, you know what I'm saying? Strange. So, well, anyway, he never made actual physical contact with us, so that's okay. At least. So, there you go. Anyway. So, I'm not a big fan of seagulls now, especially not after that. I never was really a big fan of them, but especially now, I'm not really a fan of them at all. Because he was a complete arsehole, to be honest with you. And like I say, I yelled at him several times up on the roof, but it didn't put him off. He still kept coming down at us. Maybe he's possessed by something, I don't know. He's if he comes after me again, he's got another thing coming. I'm going to invest in a catapult off eBay. Yeah, I know. If the RSPCA is watching, well, I don't care basically, because I have to protect myself. It's self-defense. You know what I'm saying? If he's going to come round, I will not come round. He's not going to knock on my door or anything. I'm going to answer the door. Hello? Nobody there. Oh, it's you. Fuck off. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? He's gonna if he's gonna come and keep harassing me like that every time I go out of the house, then I'm gonna have to defend myself. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's enough about seagulls, yeah. Right, now another thing I'd like to tell you about. Yesterday, I went to Gatehead, right, in Trinity Square, right, and I decided to have a look inside of the View Cinema. I was possibly thinking of I was going to see what it was like first inside, and then maybe watch a film if there was anything on around the time I went in. But I went inside, right, and as you go inside, you go in on the street level, right, ground level, and you go up 2 escalators, just short ones, right. I don't know if you've been in, but I was very disappointed. You get to the top of the 2 escalators, right, and there's a foyer, and I must admit, it's the smallest foyer I've ever seen in a multiplex cinema ever. And not only that, but massive shock to me, there wasn't any listings of the films that were on anywhere. You know, like I remember when I used to go to the UCI cinema at the Metro Centre ages ago. Above where you pay at the ticket box thing, there was like the films all listed above the door, lit up and everything with the times of each film and what time they were on. But in this cinema, nothing. There wasn't even any posters of the films that were on, and it didn't even tell you how many screens there is. So at this moment, I don't know how many screens there is in the View in Trinity Square and Gateshead. I've got an idea which films might be on, some of them, not all of them. I know Lightyear is on, or was on, Buzz Lightyear film, and Dominion, Jurassic Park Dominion. After that, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, Top Gun Maverick, but that's all I know really, I think. So I was very disappointed with that. So I hope this is not a sign of things to come. I guess it is, where multiplex cinemas don't tell you what films are on or what times they're shown. I guess what you have to do is, correct me if I'm wrong, you have to check on your phone, right, and look at the website, and then you'll see the list of the films and the times. But the thing is, my phone that I carry around with me, I can't look at websites and stuff on it because it's an old Windows phone, right? It's the one I like to use for phone calls. The other phones I just use for in the house. They've got all the internet stuff, and so I can go on the websites and YouTube and everything. But everything stopped working on the Windows phone pretty much, most things. Actually, you know, to be honest, I didn't try to see if I could get the website up on the Windows phone, but even when I've tried eBay on the Windows phone lately, it just doesn't work right, so I thought there was very little point, you know. So anyway, so does anyone know why that is then? That why has the View Cinema not got the films listed and the times as you go in? Because that would suggest, right, even if you've got a phone with internet access and you can get all the sites and everything when you're out, if your phone, if the battery dies or your internet connection goes off for some reason and you are planning on going to the cinema and just picking a film while you're out, then you can't go, can you? Because you don't know what times they're on and everything, right? So isn't that ridiculous? Does anyone else got a problem with that, or is it just me? And also, does anyone know how many screens the View Cinema's got in Trinity Square in Gateshead? Let us know, because I haven't got a clue. I'll have to look it up, try and find it online, I think. Anyway, now I had another major incident yesterday when I was in Gatehead, right? It's along similar topics that somebody's mentioned on my videos here. I was in Tesco's, right? And apparently Tesco's closed the public toilets, I don't know, between 6, 7, something like that. I'm not sure the exact time they closed them, but and they've got a cafe near the toilets, I believe, right? So you know that much so far, right? But it's not only that, they do have another toilet in the shop, right? But it's just one toilet, and it's for I think it's just for disabled people, right? And I am one of those people because I am disabled, right? Right. The next thing is, the toilet was open. I was using it a couple of times. It was open and everything, right? But then I'd been wandering about a bit outside, so I went back to use the toilet because there's no other toilets open in Gatehead. There are no of anyway. And anyway, I went back to use the toilet, and it looked like it was engaged maybe because the door was locked. So I'm waiting outside to the point where I was getting like emergency stations, and I had to ask a member of staff because I didn't know if somebody was in the toilet. I don't like to knock on the door, so I thought I'd ask some staff, you know. And this woman came along. I asked her, do you know if there's someone in the toilet or it's shut or something? And she goes, I'll just check. She's knocking on the door. She says, no, nobody in. She says, it gets locked. You need a key. I says, well, can I have the key then? She says, well, all I can do is go to the front of the shop and ask security. And then she wandered off. She goes to walk off. So I called her back. I says, excuse me. I says, can you try and get the key then and come back? And she goes, well, she didn't give us any concrete answer. So I thought, this is great, because it was like emergency stations, right? So I was waiting for like 5, 6, 7 minutes. She still hadn't come back yet, or somebody else hadn't come back either. So I saw some other staff come out of the back, the place in the back. It was the same door that passes the toilet. And I said, excuse me. I says, is there any chance you can open this toilet, because I need to use the toilet and it's locked and I'm disabled and everything. And he goes, I'll just go in there, I'll just go and see. And he was a bit more helpful than this woman. Like, the woman was like hopeless, like she didn't seem to give a rat's ass, you know. So anyway, luckily the woman had sent a guy along, right? And he was just on his way over when the guy was going off to check, so he didn't need to go and check after all because he'd arrived. So I got the key. I mean, I didn't get the key, they opened the door for us. So yeah, that wasn't good. But the thing is, do you not think it's absolutely disgusting that all these places are locking the toilets after 6 o'clock and what have you? I mean, McDonald's in Newcastle did the same thing. They shut their toilets after 6 or 7 o'clock, and they just leave one disabled toilet open, the same as Tesco. And the thing is, their disabled toilet hasn't even got a lock on the door, it's broke. So isn't that disgusting? And I had a similar problem when I was in Newcastle there the other week, on a night time, and I went to use the toilet like later on, and there was a massive queue I'd formed. Well, it wasn't massive, but there was quite a queue outside of the disabled toilet, and I just couldn't wait. I needed to go to the toilet, so I had to find somewhere else. Wasn't easy. And my bus was probably due as well, so I had to hurry up, you know. Nightmare. So there is no, what does everyone think? Nobody ever answers us when I ask these questions, but like, do you not think this is serious? This is like tyranny, this, like, taking a right. It's not just a right, everybody needs to go to the toilet. And yet, they're shutting all the toilets on at night time. Some of them are even shut during the day, a lot of the public toilets, so it's absolutely outrageous. I'm probably going to phone Tesco and complain. And I think I need to phone McDonald's and also possibly Burger King as well. And another thing, does anyone know where the toilets are in the View Cinema in Trinity Square in Gatehead? Because when I was in the foyer, there was no toilets. I didn't see any toilets there. So I can only presume the toilets must be down where the entrances into the auditoriums must be somewhere. So that must also mean you can't use their toilets off the street. You have to buy a ticket to watch a film before you can use their toilets as well. So that's also disgusting. Let us know what you think. I'd be interested to hear from you. Okay, so thanks very much in advance. Right, okay, with all that being said, please can you get back to us if you have any answers to any questions, or I'd just like to know your opinions about what I said about the toilets and a few other things. Okay, so that'd be great if you could do that. I'd be very grateful. So I'm gonna say good night now because it's getting awfully dark here and I don't really want to get me torch out. to be honest with you. So I'm going to say thanks very much for watching again tonight. I really appreciate it, and I hope you're having a good day or a good night wherever you are right now. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. I'm just going to have a bit of a walk around here before I go back home, I think. It's absolutely boiling today, by the way. So I think it's the hottest day of the year so far. Anyway, I'll see you all later. So bye for now. Good night. Ta-ra now.